people, how are you? We're back. We had a week off. I had so much fun away at Cannes, and now I'm back, and let's get started. The sun is shining here in New Zealand. It is a beautiful, beautiful day. So I'll just wait for a few people to jump on, and they can say hi, and I can have a sip of my tea, and then I can tell you who the winners are of our fantastic extravaganza. Here you come. Give me a hello in the chat when you arrive, and tell me, how has your couple of weeks been? I can't believe it's 2 whole weeks. Actually feels the time is just flying. It's crazy. Here we go. I can see your comments. Hey Sabrina, nice to see you. Morena. It's beautiful out there. It's actually lovely and warm in here today. It's a bit crisp outside. I went for a walk this morning and it was so foggy. It's just so incredibly foggy. Although apparently it's the last day of winter. That'd be nice, wouldn't it, Maureen? How are you? Nice to see you too. Hi, Joe. It's cold in the UK. Oh, you're supposed to be having a sort of a late, the last of the summer wine and all of that. Hi, Beck. It's nice to see you. Hi, couple of people. Lovely to meet me at Cannes. Lovely to meet you too. I wonder who that was. We had such a nice time at Cannes. It was a really good weekend. I'll talk to you about that in a second. Hey, Charmaine. Nice to see you from sunny Toowoomba, Queensland. Great to see you at Cannes. Hi, Tamsin and Napier. Nice to see you. Yeah, I get to watch live, says She Knits. Oh, I wonder who that is. Hi, Libby. Hi, says Katrina. Hi, Katrina. Hi, Delene. Nice to see you too. Alyssa said, it's sunny but cool in Palmerston North. Well, I might be warm because I'm in a little bit of a fishbowl in this room and it heats up. But I had the heater on as well. I've had to turn it off because I started to feel a bit warm when the sun coming in. All right, so I was away at Cannes. What a fantastic weekend. If you haven't been, I highly recommend that you head along next year. It was really, I really thoroughly enjoyed myself this year. It's a smaller crowd the last couple of years, because there were a couple of years we couldn't have Cannes, and so then when it came back, it's a bit of a smaller crowd. I don't remember. I still think there's still a couple of hundred people that go. And so it's just really nice. You have a chance to actually talk to people and just hang out and knit, and it was fantastic. I had my stand like I normally do with all my samples there. Although I've been rethinking how I want to do it with you all. So I don't know. We'll see for next time if I change it up a bit. And I taught a few classes. I taught a couple of classes about necklines and shoulders, and I did a little wardrobe toolbox taster class one morning, and it was really fun. I think everyone had a good time. So and then I had one afternoon where I could just enjoy myself and sit at the stand and just look at everyone's beautiful bits and pieces. And I had to go on Delene's spinning wheel because I couldn't fit mine in the car. And yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed myself. It was so lovely to get to see everybody and talk to everybody. Oh, you loved the fog, Maureen. I'm great. Get on your walk super early. You love the fog. I love the fog. I don't mind the fog, except we don't have footpaths on my road. And so it makes me a little nervous. And so I scoot down into the ditch when I can sense a car coming either way, because I know how hard it is to drive on the road when it's all foggy. It was just completely invisible. So I scoot down into the ditch and then I scoot back up again. But if I go out and over onto the grass, sometimes there's grassy verges, I just get totally saturated feet through my shoes, and I hate that. So I do try to stay on the road, but yeah, I have to be a bit more careful in the fog. Joe says I'm knitting on ruffle socks. Nice. Well, someone's got sun at my hair. Hi, Rebecca and Taupo. Oh, nice to see you, Rebecca. Finally, sun in my hair. I think I said that. Pocono, it's sunny. You've got the same sun as me. Well, not too different anyway. She Knit says I've cast on a Molten. What a lovely, easy knit. Molten is a really popular shawl. It's a really, really popular shawl. That's one of the ones that I did with Pacifico Knits with Marie Green, and it surprised me how much everybody liked that one. I was surprised. It took me a bit by surprise. It was really popular. It's grey and overcast and palmy. Yes, Tamsin, it was lovely to meet you at Cannes as well. There are 2 Tamsins. Both of the Tamsins were there. It was really nice to see you. Oh, no. Barbara. Oh, Barbara, I'm really sorry to hear that. She's got her poor dog. lucky to follow up with a fun weekend celebrating Ruth's birthday in Hamner with Ruth Helen. Oh, goodness me, Barbara. I'm sorry, really sorry to hear that because your dog wasn't well. You got 300 roses you got to prune. Barbara, good luck. Oh, Lynn, you came back from Cairn with COVID. Oh no, that's no good. I came back feeling just so inspired. It always happens when I'm around lots of knitters too. I came back, I just feel completely inspired. Do you notice? I've totally rearranged my yarn behind me. I've just tidied. I've got sorted. I've been spinning. I'm just like, yes, I'm in. I'm all in. It's great. So I did a little tidy. I'll tell you first. I did a bit of my tidy of my yarn wall. Can you see? It was really bugging me before because I can't think. I tried it out where my hair's going crazy today. You have to excuse me. If anyone has any any remedies for really drying, my hair's getting really dry as I get older. It's going all frizzy. I tried it out where I organized my stash according to color. That looked really pretty. It was lovely. It was all pretty in color. I can't think like that. I just cannot think like that. So I've gone back to the method that works for me. And this is why I really encourage you just to try things out with your knitting, with everything. Experiment, because then you'll figure out what's right for you. So I've sort of got all my summery-esque kind of sweatshirts and cottons and things like that up there, a bit of silk. And then I've got sort of some sweater lots that you can see here, whole sweater lots of various things. And then I have two tubs. Oh, there's a few more sweater lots in there. That's all shawl yarn, which look, I haven't got much shawl yarn now. I need more shawl yarn. They're individual bits and pieces. That's more sweater lots. And that is kind of things where I've got a couple of things. And then down here, I've got lace weight stuff. That's a new one from Marie from Skeins, which is coming out really soon. I'm going to do something in that. I love it. And then down here is some summery yarn. So I can think like that. I can think it through. This is the stuff I want to use. Underneath there are tubs and boxes, and down here next to me there are also tubs and boxes. And then of course there's all the Truly Myrtle yarn, which is just spread around the rest of the studio. But I can really think like that. So I can look at, and then when I see it, I generally remember what yarn is what when I see it, even if it's without a label. If I can sort of see it in the right category, I know what it is. So I've totally rearranged the whole thing. Okay, let's have a little look. You've cast on your first sweater, says Danielle in Perth. Wonderful. Hi, Donna. Cloudy in Kapiti. Nice to see you too, Donna. The fog is lifted and the sun is out. I bet you got heavy fog, Morgan, where you are, down there in the Waikato. Joe says, I'm knitting my second Felix cardigan. I don't know Felix. Is that a Hohi Locatelli one? I'm not sure. It sounds like it could be. Charmaine says, I'm knitting timely in the round using Tandy Polworth. That will be so soft. Oh, yeah. Light on your phone on the road most of the way around. Maureen's talking about going for a walk. Oh, and Delene is under the weather as well. Oh, you guys must have gone so hard. I don't know. I think I just get filled up at these events. Minnesota just finished the first sleeve in Wayfarer and Southlander, and you didn't finish the extravaganza. I have some prizes to announce. Coconut oil for my hair. Just scrub it on your hands and scrunch it through your hair. All right, Tams, and I'll try that because it's just getting it's like when I was pregnant. I didn't used to lose hair when I was pregnant, and by the time I had a baby, I looked like a lion. And I think that's happening again. It's like my hair is I'm just going to have this like massive amount of hair, but it's getting quite fizzy and dry. My phone can't see or hear me. That's no good. You have to see what you can do about that. What am I knitting on? Okay, so I've got a couple of things. I've almost finished I cast it off when I was away. I bound it off, the jumper for my daughter, and I thought I'll show you next time because it's not totally finished. I haven't woven in the ends, and I thought, I'll show you that next week. It will be done by then. So oh good. Yeah, so I'm working on that. I've done a bit of spinning. I'm going to show you that in a second since I've been home, and I'm working on one new thing, and I'm planning another new thing for Wardrobe Toolbox at the moment. But I really need to do lots of designing. So that's the thing. Someone said it's good to chat about the Paloma sleeve join on Saturday. Oh, excellent. I can remember that. Inspired to finish it. Good, good, good. Oh, good. You can see and hear me now. Argan oil. Oh, good. Okay, Barbara. For similar style hair. I'll try that. I just want something that doesn't have too much crap in it because I do tend to react to things. Okay. Let me show you my spinning first because, and then I'll show you what I got at Cannes because I feel so pleased with this. It's a little bit damp. It's still just a tiny bit damp because I soaked it last night and thwacked it. But before I left, I started spinning on a bit of merino. I think it was merino. It's like white clouds. And so it was so lovely to spin. And I'm a little bit better. I'm still not as good as I want to be, but I'm a little bit better with every time. So this is what I managed to make. Look at all this beautiful loveliness. It's creamy. It's real creamy white. So there it is there. Can you see? It's a little bit thick and thin, and there are some that are a little bit over twisted. And I definitely have to work on my plying. But I did these two lovely skeins. I'm imagining it's about 100 grams altogether. I think it probably is 100 grams. And I really want something that has bigger bobbins because my bobbins are only little. But I'm just going to persevere with what I've got. But I'm so pleased. And I gave it a good old soak and I whacked it to pieces last night. I enjoyed doing that. And then it's bloomed beautifully. And yeah, I think it's a little bit thick and thin, but it will be so beautiful knitted up. And then I was thinking I would dye it. And now I'm not sure if I do want to dye it. I think I don't want to dye it anymore. So I might tuck it away and have a think. It's definitely still damp all over it. It's definitely still a bit damp. So I'll put it in the warm today and dry it. Thank you, Lynn. It's way better. It's getting way better. And then last night I sat down and I applied this. I think I applied it over a couple of nights. And so I must have applied it. Yeah, I applied it over a couple of nights. And then I just plied two bobbins together. I really would have liked to have done a 3-ply, but I didn't have enough. And so I just plied them together, my two bobbins. It was perfect, actually. A perfect amount, which was strange because it didn't look like there was. So some of it must have been a bit thicker than the other one. And then I started some of Delene's. And so last night I started spinning. I remember I showed you last week, I got a whole lot of braids, and there's a blue Corriedale braid, blues into a tiny bits of lavender, and I started spinning that, and it was so lovely to spin. And just by some miracle, it's spinning really beautifully, evenly and finely. So I thought, all right, that's what I'm going to do with this one. I'm going to try and spin it really even and fine. And then I started spinning and I thought, I should have weighed it before I started. I should have weighed it so I could have done it in thirds and then done my 3-ply, but I didn't. So I didn't stop. I just kept going. And what I think I'll do is I'll actually use it to practice some Navajo plying. So, the chain plying when you do this, sort of, look, my postie's here. Hopefully Mr. Myrtle will see her. So I'm going to do that with the next one, and I will show you. And I'm completely addicted to this. It's just such a nice thing to do at the end of the night. And Mr. Myrtle and I have started watching The Wire. And we've never watched The Wire way back in the day. We always meant to, and we didn't. And so we thought a while ago, should we just watch The Wire? Because that's something we've always wanted to watch. And anyway, Idris Elba, is that how you say his name? He is like on my husband list because he is so utterly gorgeous. So that's always nice to watch as well. So I've been watching, he's playing a baddie. Well, he plays a drug dealer, so I guess that is a baddie in The Wire. Anyway, it's really good. So I can sit there and I can spin, and I'm really enjoying that as I watched an episode of The Wire every night. And I think there are like a gazillion seasons, so I've got a lot of spinning that I can do. Practice. You can get the bigger bobbin set up that fits the Ashford traditional. That's what I want. Because I hadn't realized, I was under the impression that there was one that just moved by itself, and it doesn't seem like there is there? It doesn't seem like there's a bobbin that just slides for the Ashford. So tell me if I'm wrong. So I think what I would just do is get a bigger bobbin. Anyway, that's the news on the spinning. It's very good. Speaking of spinning, I got some lovely, lovely gifts when I was away. People are so generous and kind. And so Helen, I don't know if you're watching Helen brought me a bag of goodies. It wasn't from Farmers, it was from her. She brought me this bag of goodies. She had a picture in this bag. These are Helen's alpacas. Aren't they so cute? Look at this guy in the front here. They are so cute. So these are Helen's alpacas. And Helen brought me 3 bags of her alpaca fiber in each colours to spin, which I cannot wait to have a bash at. And she said she realised she had 2 of this book. And she thought, I don't need 2 of this book. And so she thought, who would like this book? And she thought of me. And I'm so thrilled. So I'll show you the little book. I haven't read it yet, but it's this one, Spinning Camelid Fiber. And it's written by no other than Do Arnott. Now, Do Arnott, I have some of Do's wool up here, up there, hand spun. Do is absolutely a lovely woman. She lives in New Zealand. And so she's written this little book all about spinning camelid fiber. Look at that cute little alpaca on the back. And oh, my phone's making noises. We'll turn that off. The history in New Zealand, it just goes through all of this stuff about spinning it. So I'm going to read that. I'm determined I want to learn as much as I can about everything. So I'm going to have a bash. Look, using your hand carders and all sorts of stuff. So thank you so much, Helen. I am over the moon with that. So when I spin it, I will definitely come back and show you. It is awesome, isn't it, Joanne? There's some people are so kind. You need to get the jumbo bobbins from Ashford for your spinning wheel. Okay, it's my birthday in November. I might tell Mr. Myrtle that's what I'd like for my birthday. I think that would be a good present, wouldn't it? To get the Ashford. I'll need a new thing. I need the new thing to put the bobbers in as well. So I might tell him I want that for my birthday. The flyers from Woolly Winder in USA are the only ones that I know of that move themselves along. Okay, they're still in business, but their gear is not cheap. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. So I was actually just talking to Bonnie at Union Fiber this morning, and this is the dangerous thing, you see. So she has a Joy. She had a traditional. I like my traditional. It's actually a really nice little wheel. But I had got my eye on a Joy. Remember I told you last time? Anyway, Bonnie said she's got a Joy. It looks really nice. And then she said, but what she really wants is a Maya Craft Aura. I said, I haven't heard of that one. So I looked up Maya Craft Aura, and that one looks amazing. It looks absolutely amazing, but it's $2,000 or more. And I thought, I'll just stick with my little traditional, and I'll keep going with that, and then I'll get a secondhand Joy, and I'll try that, and then we'll see where it goes. And I still have to keep spinning. So yes, that's what I thought. Okay, Maureen said, I decided to buy some fabric after watching you talk about your sewing. Since then, I've gotten so engrossed in my knitting, I've forgotten about my sewing. I'm making a dress for a wedding in February 2024. Excellent, Maureen. Well, you had a little bit of a loss of mojo for your knitting. So I think that's the thing. I think the thing is just do another craft and it will all come back. I think sometimes we need to reinvigorate ourselves, don't we? And whether it is meeting up with people that love what you love and having those chats, be it online or in person. I particularly like it in person. Or whether it is trying another craft, or whether it's just taking all the pressure off yourself just to do something because you love it, and with no pressure about deadlines or what it looks like or what you're doing or the outcome or anything, and just let yourself experiment. I find all of those things really helpful to getting my mojo really cranking. The flyer. Thank you, Charmaine. The flyer. Okay, so I'll show you what else I got. Oh, I got a few more gifts. Let me show you this. I'm so lucky. So Katrina from Nitty Cat. Oh, I was practicing this morning after I got back from my walk. I was like, Nitty Cat, it's definitely it. Gave me some more earrings. Do you remember Katrina had some earrings after Cannes last year, and I did a giveaway of earrings? She's got this new earrings. Can you see those? They have this like screen printed knit stitch on them and a little wooden thing at the top. And she gave me these. She thought these would be my color. And aren't they wicked? I think they're absolutely wicked. So I'm wearing them today. I feel like a real pop of fun today. So Katrina had a stand this year at Knit August Nights. I think people really enjoyed all her knitting jewelry. So don't forget Nitty Cat. Go and have a little look. She's got these new ones. She's got her old ones, which are like a printed knitted pattern as well for earrings, all different kinds of earrings and stitch markers and keychains and all that kind of stuff. So I really love these. I think they're so cute. I feel like I need more clothes that will like bring them to life. I was imagining a jersey I could make to wear with them. So it's very, very inspiring. And then, oh, there's one in here. I had my table, my stand was next to Ethan, who now has his shop called Get Flocked. Get Flocked. He gave me a bag. Get Flocked in Christchurch. And so my table next to Ethan and the other side of Ethan was Lisa F Designs, Lisa. And so we had, it was fun. It was really fun being with them. Ethan is so kind. I had to zip off to my classes and everything. And I left my stand in a bit of a shambles. And I thought, I'll come back and I'll just finish it. And he said, leave it with me. And I got back and he totally done my table and everything just looked with a really, an artistic touch. He really did I was so grateful. He did such a great job. So that was great. And then when I wasn't there, and my daughter came with me, but she would shoot off to do some studying. She'd do some studying or off into Napier. And so he was manning my stall for me as well, which was really helpful when I wasn't at my stall because I was teaching. But he's such a hoot, Ethan. We really enjoy him. So I really enjoy him. We enjoy him in Wardrobe Toolbox, don't we? He comes over quite periodically to do a masterclass for us. And he's coming back actually next season. So I'm looking forward to that. He gave me a bag, this little bag, which is actually a really good size for a little knitting bag. And he gave me this wild skein of hedgehog fibers because we were laughing because we were talking about colors. And I said, I have some bright colors. I have bright colors, I think. And he was looking at me. You don't have bright colors. And I was wearing my pink Adira, that silk Adira. And I said, like this is pink. This is quite bright. And that is not bright. He said, that is not bright, that color. And I thought, what about this one? It's not that bright. It's not that bright. This is not bright. Apparently this is bright. This is bright. These electrics, I kind of am bright today, but this hot pink and fluoros. And I pointed out that I have actually done a lot of fluoros because I was a child. I was an early teen in the fluoro time, and I used to have fluoro. I was there when fluoro hit the market. I had fluoro things on my t-shirts. I had jelly shoes and fluoro socks and fingerless gloves and lace in your hair like Madonna. I've done it. So I didn't feel too bad. But anyway, this one is called Potluck, and he gave this to me. Under the instructions, I had to do something interesting with it. Well, we will see. It's a merino Aran, and it is called Potluck hedgehog fibers. I don't think I've actually used any hedgehog fibers in a design yet, have I? I don't think I have. But there we are. Isn't it fantastic? It's pretty groovy. It's a pretty groovy skein. So I'm quite curious to knit it up and just see. I can see you've got a link to the earrings in there, Katrina. Fantastic. Knitty Cat. It's at choice, CHOOICE.co.nz. And if you look up Knitty Cat, but if you're on Facebook, you'll see that Katrina's just popped a link there. I think it's come through at my end anyway, Katrina. I'll check when I'm done. Okay, so that was a little gift in the bag from Ethan, so that was lovely. And then Lisa has got the most beautiful yarn too. I'm actually started swatching one of hers, but this one is hers, which is Vespa 8-ply DK. I love her label. Isn't it just the sweetest label? So Lisa has lots and lots of baby patterns, and she's just got such a lovely aesthetic to everything she does. It's just calm and gentle and soft and so lovely for babies. So I got some of her Vespa's 8-ply, and it's a really nice, smooth, very round, pure merino. I'm sure it's pure merino. I didn't even check. Yeah, pure merino yarn, and it's not superwash. It's just a non-superwash yarn. Just lovely. So I thought that color was really nice. It's like a mushroomy pink, because that's the kind of brights I like, that kind of mushroomy pink. And I got a cream as well. So yeah, that was lovely as well. Colorwork yoke for my hedgehog fiber skein. I could do that, couldn't I? I could put it through. Actually, yes, Lynn, I think that's probably what I would do, and have some sort of sloppy something. And you could just have colorwork, you could have some interesting kind of color work in it. That would be quite fun, I think. So I got those. So though I was just treated. I was really treated. I got some beautiful body wash, and I got a body scrubber. I was so lucky. So many people gave me lovely, lovely things. If you've given me something and I've forgotten, I'm really sorry. But yeah, I just had a ball. So, and then I didn't buy much. I just bought a few things. I was really wanting some lace weight yarn and fiber. Those are the two things I really wanted. And so I Good Wool Hunting, Rachel and Bruce were there, and they've got fiber spates. And I used fiber spates lace weight for my Vela shawl, and I really want more of that fiber spates lace weight. And so they didn't have any there at the moment, so I put my order in. I want some fiber spates lace weight, please. So I'm hoping Rachel will give me a yell when they've got some. Because I absolutely adore that yarn. It's just got silk in it, and it's so beautiful to wear. Just as something light, I just have a hankering for another very lacy, lightweight shawl. I wear that. I wear my Vela all the time, so I put an order in for that. There wasn't a heck of a lot of fiber when I actually got a chance to go and have a look around. So I've got some fiber though. I'll show you that in a second. But I also bought this because I can't resist. I've only used Spin Cycle once in my Queenie shawl, but I got that from Ethan because all the Spin Cycle I've got, which is above my head somewhere, where is it? It's in there. I've only got a little bit and it's just tucked in there. Can you see that little colourful thing there? I haven't got much because it's really expensive because I'm going to spin it. Do you remember? I'm actually going to spin it. Look, all these magnificent colours. Barber pole on barber pole on barber pole. Like there are actually 3 shades of colour in some of these. This is like triple barber poling going on in some of these things. So I'm going to spin it. But I bought some of this off Ethan in the meantime because it's a worsted and I wanted a worsted weight because I have an idea for something that I might actually put it in, and then people could use their homespun, or they could use a variegated, or they could use a spin cycle. I've got an idea. So I'm working on that at the moment. And this is a worsted weight. This one is called Shades of Earth, which I thought sounded a little bit like the kind of bright colors I'm into, but I thought that was absolutely divine. Divine. So Ethan seems to think he's got more of it tucked away if I need more, which I'm sure I will for what I have in mind. Anyway, so I'm going to swatch that. It's just terrible thinking I have to swatch it and use it. So anyway, that's what I bought from him. And then I got some fiber. See, I didn't buy a heck of a lot, but I could not resist this. I absolutely could not resist. First of all, I got these from Lynn at Fiber to Go. And Lynn, I know you're here. And I've still got Lynn's silk merino that I bought last time, and it's plum colored, and I'm feeling the courage to use that now, so I'm going to have a bash at it. But I got those braids, which is a merino and silk slither. It's 20% silk, 80% merino, so it's about the blend that I love in a silk merino. And that teal, I mean, oh look, I just love teal. I just adore teal. I absolutely could eat it for every meal. Teal, it's just glorious. So I got 200 grams of teal because I thought, I think I'll do myself some sort of, I don't know, I'll spin with a purpose, I think, when I do this. I'll have an idea and I'll spin something deliberately, the weight I want, and imagine that. I'm actually going to spin the weight I want, and then I'm going to make something out of it. And whether it's 200 grams of DK or whether it's 200 grams of fingering, we shall see. But that's what my plan is with that. Spin with a purpose. And then this, because I was talking to her about spin cycle, and I was talking to her about how I wanted to spin it. And we needed to really choose a braid that had lots of different colors in it. And I couldn't really find one. Oh, but look what I've done. I'll show you. But then I saw this one and I thought, well, it's not really what I need, but I'm going to buy it anyway because it's so divine, absolutely divine. And I thought, well, I could spin it with something else. So this is merino and silk, and it's called Tamarillo. And it's 70% merino, 30% silk. And that is just That is heaven. That is heavenly, heavenly. Pinks and golds, and it's like a dragon breathed out fire, a fairly gentle, feminine black dragon breathed out some beautiful fire. It's something like that. It's actually like a bed of it's a bed of flowers though, really, isn't it? But see, that sort of matches me too. But I see what I've done now. Look what I've done. That's what I did, I guess. I did that. So there's always a theme. There's always a theme when I start shopping. I seem to go down a theme of colours. So my theme of colours this time was obviously the soft pinks and that sort of real, you know, it's like a spring, really. It's like a spring meadow, I guess, with teal. So it's autumn meets spring somehow. And then that one. That is my theme. That's the theme of the trip. All in all, it was a great trip. Thoroughly enjoyed myself. Yeah, dragon fire. Yeah, she's a nice dragon if she is. She got flowers. She breathes out flowers, Lynn. That's what she does. It was such a lovely weekend. The weather was just perfect. It was cold. It was warm. It was sunny. It was a tiny bit rained, I think, at one point. It was really nice weather. It was good. It was just really good to get everyone together and roll on next year, I say. So I know there are quite a few people come over from Australia this time, and there were a bunch of people in New Zealand that hadn't been before. So I think I know some of them are going to go home and tell all their friends to come. So I said to Marie, you might have to make it just fractionally bigger next year, I think, because I suspect they're going to have more people that want to come along. Alyssa said that Tamarillo Pinks mix is bright. It is bright, isn't it? But it's not Ethan Bright. No, it's definitely not Ethan Bright. It's a Libby Bright. It's about as bright as but I'll try that. Look, I think I would have real fun in that. I'll tie my hair up and put some big earrings on and a great big bangles, and off I go. I'll probably have real fun in Ethan's Brights. Okay, I've got some winners to tell you about. We had our Truly Myrtle Extravaganza. Oh my gosh, I adore seeing the stuff you've made. I always find it. You always want me to make things again in different yarn, and I actually had someone come up and say to me, and you might be here watching, that I'm knitting. I've noticed you're knitting your patterns again. Why do you do that? We want new patterns. And I also want to knit my old ones again. And I saw someone, and I think it was in those posts for the extravaganza, had knitted a pearl jumper. And I want another pearl jumper. I really do. In a different color. So look, I'm going to try not to knit too many things again. I really don't have time for it. But I have quite enjoyed knitting things again. It's been quite fun. And I encourage you to knit the same pattern over and over and change it up and make them different. Oh, you couldn't come this year to Cannes. You had a good time last year and someone else is seriously keen. Yeah, Cannes 2024. We'll make it we'll make it. I don't know, you need to have those election things. Cannes 2024. We could make it a thing. Let's all go. Anyway, I really enjoyed seeing your entries for the extravaganza. Some of you really pushed the boat out. And there were two categories. There was a category for Truly Myrtle patterns. And then there was a category for people that used Truly Myrtle yarn. And then for some people that had used a Truly Myrtle pattern knitted in Truly Myrtle yarn, they could go in both. So there were lots of entries, particularly in the patterns one. There were lots of entries. It was incredibly hard to choose. And in the end, what I did was we've narrowed down the favorites. And we narrowed down the favorites, and then I randomly chose winners from the favorites. So I'm going to tell you who they are. You've really inspired me. You've really inspired me. Some of the stuff that you were doing, it was really inspiring to see the kind of things how you're mixing things up, the sort of colors you're doing, and honestly, so many of you are getting an amazing fit. You're doing really, really incredibly well-fitting garments. I'm enjoying seeing those as well. So let me tell you who the winners are. There are 4. There are 4 winners, and I'm going to send you a parcel each. So you're going to need to tell me your addresses. You'll have to email me and let me know your addresses. Some of them I might already know, but it would be quite good just to double check with you so that I know that I've got the right address to send you things. And I'm going to send you a little parcel each. Okay, so the first winner with her glorious on fire burnt orange tui is Bernadette Saywell. Bernadette, that yours tui was absolutely gorgeous, and I was actually lucky enough, or funnily enough, I was coincidentally lucky enough to see you in it at Cannes. So congratulations, Bernadette. We'll send you something. The second prize, these are for the patterns knitted with Truly Myrtle patterns. This is the stuff knitted with Truly Myrtle patterns. The second prize goes to Barbara McGilvray with her double time. Barbara made this gorgeous double time and in sort of bluey colors, and it looks so lovely on her. So congratulations, Barbara. You also won a prize. And then I have two more, and these are for the people that knitted with Truly Myrtle yarn. And some of these are knitted in one of these is knitted in a Truly Myrtle pattern. So that person was Deirdre Lee. Congratulations, Deirdre. She knitted the most knockout, you have to find it, Maudie with a sport weight hope. That's that beautiful burgundy hope of mine, with a mohair from Kid Silk Haze. And I don't recall the color, but she's got it written on her post. And it was just this really soft Maudie. It's the one with the little, it's a set-in sleeve, one with the little lace down the arms. Oh my goodness. Deirdre, what a fantastic knit. So you've won a prize. And the last one, and I have heard people talk about this particular knit over and over and over again, and that is Solange Thompson. I hope I said your name correctly. With her alpine bloom hat knitted in Rebel and Storyteller Sport. And the Rebel is the hot pink, and the Storyteller is that pinky brown. It's my favorite brown. And alpine bloom, I think it's a Caitlin Hunter pattern. It's a beautiful little hat. It looked absolutely gorgeous in the Truly Myrtle yarn. And so congratulations, you're getting a prize too. So that's 4 of you. So if you see this, hopefully we'll try and get hold of you as well. Send me your address and I'll put together some little parcels for you and put them out in the post. So congratulations, everyone that won. And thank you so much for entering. It was really fun to see all your entries. And I'm hoping to bring you a couple of really fun new patterns between now and the end of the year. I made a list of all the things that need to come out before the end of the year. Some of them wardrobe toolbox patterns that I know some of you are waiting for. So there'll be new things for you to cast on as well. So let me just see your comments. I've done Updean love notes for myself and my family. Do it. Yes, it's really nice to see you making things over and over and over. I really enjoy that. I really enjoy you doing that. Yay, congratulations to the winner. To the winners. All right, everybody, I will catch you next week. It was lovely to catch up with you and show you all my goodies and tell you about my fabulous weekend. And we'll be back next week, and I will show you the jumper that I finished for my daughter next week. I'll have it all done to show you. Yeah, I think that, and I might even have more spinning to show you. Imagine that, if I can do that. And sewing. My sewing got put to one side. I took the little top that I'd finished away with me. I'd made the little button loop and everything, so that was finished. But the dress I was making, I put to one side because I've had thoughts about that. I tried it on. I put one sleeve in and I tried it on, and the neck is bigger than I wasn't thinking. I should have raised the neck because I was thinking it would be sort of a wintry dress, and it's got the one I've got has got a bit of a scoop to it. So I think I could have stretched it out slightly when I was putting on the bias binding. That is possible. But what I think I might do is I might cut it down the middle. I might put the placket in, bring it in slightly. I actually think I could have made a size or even 2 smaller because I think I actually want a smaller fit. So I think that's what I'll do next time is I'll go for one size smaller and then see how I feel. But might put a placket on that just goes to here, and then I can pull it all in a little bit at the neck. I'll do a bit of experimenting. I love the fabric, but I'm I'm just puzzling it together in the fabric because there isn't a lot of fabric. And then I thought, oh, you know what I might do? I might make a little lightweight, just a little lace weight, like translucent, sort of warm, higher neck, boxy little thing to go over the top. And then I can wear that. I can just wear it and stay a little bit warmer in the winter. I'll dress it up to stay a little bit warmer. Try making it with an old sheet to try the size smaller. I could do. I've actually got a bolt of fabric that I have had for nearly 20 years, which I think I'll do it with that. And it's if it works in that, it'll be great anyway. And I'll make a sort of a toile out of it, I think. But I've actually got other fabric to use as well. But there's a lot of room. I've got a lot of room for me around the top half. But anyway, I'm going to try that. I'll have a little fiddle with it. I might see if I can sit down this weekend and do that, because I am quite looking forward to wearing it. And yeah, I'm feeling quite inspired to make a whole lot of more clothes. All right, everybody. Oh, yay, one of my winners is here. Fantastic. All right, everyone. I will catch you next week. Do heaps of knitting. Give yourself some freedom to make just whatever your heart desires. And let's see if we can come back and come back feeling inspired to do more knitting, more sewing, more spinning and everything. All right, everybody. I'll see you later. Bye.